Hey Bluffdale, I'm Jeff Steele and I'm running for City Council. Recently, as I've been out campaigning and knocking on doors and talking to people, I've been hearing a lot about the concerns that they have and issues that are on their mind. So I wanted to take a minute and just share how my candidacy and new leadership on the City Council might address some of these things. Now, of course, Bluffdale is a great place to live, but that doesn't mean that everything is going perfectly or that there aren't some things that we can improve on. So what would new leadership look like in these cases? So let me tell you a little bit more. First of all, the thing I hear most often is how they feel like lately with all the development that's been going on, a lot of that development doesn't feel like it's for us, the residents, that they're not for things that residents are asking for. Now, whether that's a train station for the new development in Draper, or subdividing 1-acre lots over on the west side, or even new high-density housing that doesn't have enough parking. And yes, even uranium enrichment projects that might come to our backyard. These things that I keep hearing from everybody, they don't feel like they're for the residents or things that they're asking for. So who is it for? And a lot of people are concerned that it's really for people outside of Bluffdale, or developers, or people that want to make some money off the city, but it's not really making our lives any better. So as a city councilman, I really want to take a different approach and be a much stronger voice for our residents and grow our city and develop it, definitely, but make sure that our life is improving and not that just somebody's making some money off of these projects. Now, similar to that, a lot of people have been sharing that they are concerned that there are special interest groups that are trying to buy their influence into the city. In fact, 2 of our city council candidates have received tens of thousands of dollars from one real estate lobbying group. And people are worried that when decisions need to be made, who are these council members going to listen to? Are they going to listen to the residents, or are they going to do what this real estate interest group is asking them to? Now, I definitely want to take a different approach because I can promise that I will not take any money from any special interest group or even anybody outside of our city. I want to only be there to represent our residents and make the city better for them. I don't have any businesses that can profit from this. I don't have any connections to developers or real estate agents, so I will be there to represent our residents only on the city council. Now, I also do hear still a lot about increasing property taxes and fees. And that's especially where I have had a big focus in the past, fighting for lower taxes and overturning even some tax increases. But you may hear many city council candidates out there saying that they are for lower taxes but have voted in the opposite way or are in favor of some of the recent tax increases. So obviously, my approach to this is very, very different, very simple, that I will continue to fight for responsible spending and low taxes. But I also hear about public safety and how that's still a top concern for people. Now, from day one since I launched my campaign, I've been saying that I want to take a different approach to how we pay for police and fire staffing. And what I will do is actually mandate through legislation that their group and that budget has to be taken care of first off the top before the other departments get their funding. Unlike in the past, many times our police and fire had to work with whatever was left. When other departments got their budget, fire and police were left with whatever budget was remaining. And that's not the right way to prioritize and spend our money. So I'll definitely work to make that a better budgeting process going forward. But I also do hear that people really want to continue to bring good businesses into our city. The city has done a good job with that recently, of bringing new retail and convenience type of businesses to Bluffdale, which is what people want. We need to continue that. But we need to make sure we're choosing the right businesses that not only bring conveniences, but also help us with our tax revenue. And if we can bring in more businesses that diversify our taxes, that might mean that we can actually all pay a little bit less. So those are some of the things that I know that residents are really concerned about and are looking for a new approach and new leadership. And that's what I want to bring to the table. I want to be a strong voice for residents, not for outside special interest group, not for developers, not for raising taxes, and not for increasing all of the problems that have come or potentially could come with some of these new developments, but to be a really strong voice for you and our public safety and our business community. Because in the end, residents are just worried that things have been moving a little bit too quickly and maybe a little bit too far in the wrong direction, and want to get back to what Bluffdale really stands for and increase the quality of life here. So please vote for me this November for Bluffdale City Council. Thank you and have a great day.